Yeah, buddy. What is going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with the next Sunday Funday episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Sunday Funday has kind of been a mix, a collaboration of different type of videos, PvE, PvP oriented, just bringing you anything and everything that I can. Now, as of late, we've tried to use it to introduce some of the other YouTubers and streamers out there community. And today it's my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce you one of my favorite YouTubers out there in the community today. We got ourselves SeanB. What is going on, my man?
Hi everyone, so SeanB from SeanB Games channel, and it's a really big honor for me to be here. I've only started like 2 months ago and gotten so far a few, not really a few, like 700 views. So if you're watching it, then I really appreciate you.
All right, all right. So, again, some of you guys might have seen him recently mentioned in my Man Crush Monday, just kind of showcasing, his overall talent when it comes to the production value, creating these, intriguing videos that just wants to, keep on making it come back for more. So, gosh, where do we begin, Sean? We got ourselves like a lot of people out there that are kind of in the same thing as you. They thought about it. They've been playing this game for quite some time, and they thought about, possibly doing YouTube down the road. What kind of motivated you to get into YouTube? What kind of motivated you? Like what inspired you to kind of get it started?
So I finished my university like 3 months ago. So I had some free time to myself while looking for a job, and I'm playing this game like every single day, like most of you guys. So I thought that it'd be cool to share with other people what I do for my daily Summoner Swan stuff. And I got like double assassin, so I thought it was something rather unique compared to like the old stuff galleon that you see every day. So thought of sharing it, and it went really well, and that really got me to doing more videos for you guys.
Very cool. And so when we're looking at you coming on board and trying out, doing something that kind of separates you from the rest, one of the things that really kind of puts your, kind of set yourself on the map is, really making the best of what you got. It's been widely known as in this particular game, it is very attractive to free-to-play players, but obviously, we're not able to summon as much as other people summon. So, you've generally taken a lot of these units and kind of made them kind of made them your own in such a way. And it seems like the community has really enjoyed your outlook on that. So I would have to say, I guess my question to you is, um, what do you think, with regards to some of these units out there, some of the things that you showcase, what are some of your favorite units that you've really made unique to yourself and why?
So my favorite unit for the past few months will definitely be the Dark Serpent, Mantura. So because when Galleon was introduced, I was really hoping to get him, and all my friends like were getting him one by one, and I was the only left without a Galleon. So I was like, how do I create a real AO that I see on a lot of YouTube videos? And I got myself a Dark Serpent and two unit that can self buffing. So I thought, so I cannot buff myself with Galleon. I just get the unit to buff themselves. So that's why that idea of the two assassin really came along. And yeah, so definitely Dark Serpent Assassins was have been like my favorite unit for these 2 3 months now. And also I for like 2 years I have never summoned a second Lucian. And when I summoned my first Lucian, like I think at least more than 5 months ago, I was so disappointed because I know very well a single Lucian cannot carry me anything above Conqueror 1. So I thought, if I make a Katarina who also ignore defense, I will have like a ghetto devolution kind of thing that pays a lot of RNG. So I made her and was super satisfied with Katarina performance together with Lucian.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
those two are probably my two favorite combo in arena, and they are so good.
Yep. I think one of the most misunderstood things is, the concept of the arena offense and utilizing units that are have some crazy type of AoE output damage. I think that even though there's some units out there that definitely shine when it comes to that aspect, truthfully, if you're getting that first turn, or if you're taking that shield wall comp and doing your attack sequence after they go, as long as you could take out the majority of their units, two or more units, I still think that regardless if you use single target or not, you could do a really good job. I don't know if you're familiar with Noxier. I think he recently quit the game, but he was another big advocate of the same type of style you do, where he took AOE defense breaker, the buffer, and then two single target units, and did really really good, really really good. So it just kind of goes to show that you don't have to drink the Kool-Aid that everybody else is drinking. You can kind of mix and match your stuff to kind of make it your own, and I think that's what kind of defines you when it comes to what you kind of bring to the table. So some of the units that you kind of showcase over the course of the time, I think that got a lot of popularity. You got yourself Rakan, you got yourself Viger. We recently saw a video on the Win unit Orochi after the recent update. Everyone kind of always has a little unit, little project that they're working on. It seems to be that you actually have a couple of units out here, 6-star, that most people wouldn't even think to do or whatnot. So you've done a lot of testing here. Out of the units that you have in your monster box today, what are some of the units that you tested that maybe haven't been shown on YouTube, and what's your take on them?
Definitely the one that you are looking at was one of the project for Raid when Raid first came out. So there was like no Raid guy. There was like I literally have no idea how to do Raid. So I just know that you need to like put 4 units on the front line tank and some healer, and that's all. So that's why I made the Fire Lizard Man, because he looks quite promising for raid. His damage cannot be reduced by the debuff because he deal damage based according to defense, and he can slow the boss very consistently. Even though people may say that Oblivion will be put on stuff like this, but then if you have a decent cleanser, most of the time your passive will still be effective in raid. That's why Darien or Diaz is still very good. And also, not really sure what are the unpopular. I test out Fire Mermaid for Dragon Speed 10 when I was still like relatively new to Dragon Speed 10, but wasn't really satisfied because buff stripping was not very good. It's only 50%, and revive is very underwhelming.
Yeah, yeah. This actually used to be one of the units that I got really excited about when it came out, and then as I got more and more feedback from the community, they were just like, no, it's good, but there's just some other units that kind of do it better. But again, if you were at that stage of the game where you did not have a revive unit, and this is the one you got, having a unit like this that can revive, that can land a skill that's going to be able to stun and reduce cooldown times, is kind of a unique new unit. So definitely something that if you don't have anything like it, definitely something you can add to your arsenal and whatnot. So very very cool.
I think if
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think if they add another HP scaling to Burning Hearts, it'll be more viable, I guess. And
Right.
it make more sense to rune her with like speed, HP.
So Sean, when I'm looking at your account right now, obviously this video is going to come out, the day after Rune Removal Day. Comptos kind of hit me on surprise. Generally, I'm looking at it, as the second weekend that they do it. But,
Yep.
for some of the things that people can look forward to the next time around or whatnot, removal is so unique in nature as far as how different people go about it, what they focus on, so on and so forth. What is some of the things that you do or you'd recommend to your viewers out there in the community as far as kind of prioritizing what needs to be done with regards to rune removal? What do you think?
So I made a video like I think 1 day ago about some tips that I can give for free removal. So first is to save like I think at least more than 2 million of mana, so that you'll be ready to upgrade a lot of runes that you'll be putting on your new teams and whatnot. And also, when you build something, have a more comprehensive look. So it's like building a team and not building the strongest unit. Like last time when I was doing full removal, I was going through like let's say I will need to build Veromos. So I built the fastest Veromos and like the strongest Veromos that I could, but then I realized that my Veromos is moving before my Bella, which is very bad for me in PvP because I need Bella to move first, strip the buff so Veromos can stun.
Right.
So when you build something, you need to look at it in a team and not as a solo unit because everything works in the team. So let's say you want to build the fastest Verdahound ever with Swift and whatever, but then you will then soon realize that Verdahound move after everyone has moved in Giant Speed 10 is much better and safer, more consistent and whatnot. So that kind of thing. And also like let's say Tiomas moving before Chasun is not a very good thing, and I see a lot of that in arena, like because Chasun giving the attack buff can allow Tiomas violent proc and be a very strong threat to Will Shield AO. But then if Tiomas move before Chasun, then he would not do like much damage.
Yeah.
So have a more comprehensive look when you build a team. So build team and not units. And also before rune removal, I kind of like have a simple Excel sheet where I just list down what I want to do, some of the important goals like maybe speed giant speed 10, maybe a new will shield AO with Lucian or whatever, so that when I approach free rune removal, I have a clear goal in mind and it's so much less frustrating. When in the past, I'll go to free rune removal with nothing in mind, strip everyone's rune and have a really, really frustrating day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not fun at all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and that's the thing is
Yeah.
you make a great point. Honestly, I still see even some content creators out there to this day that use some certain teams and guild wars offense or arena offense that the synergy is just a tad bit off, even though it's like one of their main teams that they use. So it kind of throws me away because it could add so much value and making their Jasoon Facet Ender, Theomars or Tisarion or whatever, the case may be. So yeah, this kind of goes to show, guys, that you can't, you really, really, really have to analyze the big picture at hand and see yourself, what are you trying to accomplish, and if so, what team, not particularly unit, so to speak, has to be built around it, even though we all want to have the best Rakan or the best TMRs in the game that people could be like, oh yeah, that's so cool, whatnot. It doesn't do nothing without the team to get the job done. So very cool, very cool. I know that I've had a couple of issues myself with regards to timing, where I had certain units that I really enjoyed the room build that I have, but I had to scrap it because it was too fast or too slow. It didn't synergize well with my team. So very cool. Gosh, I was gonna say here. I'm trying to think of some of the units that I have not seen, but I've seen all the videos here. I guess the kind of next thing to kind of look at is some of these 5-star units that you're getting ready to
Oh.
evolve or whatnot. What is your latest project? Can we give a little sneak peek for the fans out there? Which one are you kind of working on? Which one are you thinking about throwing in one of your videos?
Oh, definitely it's the new Fire Pirate. So I can have a new double thingy going on.
Double thingy. There you
so
go.
so because most people would not have Sierra, right? But somehow when I go into arena, Sierra Oran is like farmable and some shit.
Right, right,
But
right.
yeah, so if because Bomber team has long gone into the past because of Veromos and because of the amount of Chloe, Beladriel, and whatever bullshit that people are putting out there, that
Mhm.
makes Bomber team without a Sierra is pretty much ineffective.
Right.
So with the introduction of Karak, and I'm thinking of making like let's say Galleon, Karak, Jojo, and Taurus, so that when I let's say I plant a bomb to everyone and I can straight up denote whatever blow up the bomb
You're right.
on like let's say Vermos. So and then the rest can blow up after that. It doesn't really matter. So let's say you blow up the immunity or the cleanser that they have.
Hmm.
So it fit very really well in a Will Shield AO situation. And the last skill of Karak have a fuckload of damage. It's so crazy. Like as you can see, the rune in Karak is lacking a fourth slot. It used to be a crit damage rune there for me to test out the damage, and he can easily did that's what 20k at 5-star with no
Hmm.
skill.
Yeah, it's
for his
crazy.
skill only. So let's imagine with a bomb on it, it will easily be like 40k damage, and he has a lot better utility in his kit as well, like stun AoE, armor
Right.
break. Guild War leader skill is also very good. So Terra is like a very interesting unit for me to build in the next month or so. Also, you can see a second tag there for speed trans B10, but I'm not sure about it because I have not maxed Gallon skill yet. So still looking to build it, but not really sure. And also Ramahan for the Ramahan Immensity Copper team, which is very good in UI as well. Kabila, not really sure about her because I test her out and the attack boost is nice. Her speed base stat is nice, but mm, doesn't give enough compared to Bernard. Not very sure. So
Right.
yeah.
Right, it's crazy, and I was, even looking back at the fire correct. That's probably one of the things that again you're well noted for is making the poor man versions of particular units out there. So for some of you guys that have really been looking forward to making that bomb team, but trying to make it effective, that is a really good recommendation, especially if you're one of those guys that has 13 wind pirates in there and one fire karak, and you're like, I'm never gonna get that gallon. I might as well use my skill ups and put them onto that. So pretty darn cool. I like it. I like it. All right. Let me see here.
Yep.
So I think that was the only one that I was seeing that I really enjoyed, or that was really unique today. I can't think of anything else that I saw in any of your videos. I guess I'll have to kind of segue in this to this is with
Sure.
regards to your thing that you kind of do, like we said in the Man Crush Money, that kind of separates you from the rest is you give an opportunity for your community, for your fans, if they have access to recording. And mind you guys, there's a lot of different recording software out there for both iOS and Android. In addition to that, I think Android can you can record. They have it set up now that you can record through like to the Android device there. So your series called Top Plays. Tell us a little bit about that and how could someone get in contact with you if they want to showcase their arena or Guild Wars offense for you.
Also for the top play series, because when I was doing YouTube for like 1 month, and I really want to separate myself from the rest, like doing daily arena or guild war, because people probably got bored with it or something. So I was thinking of like putting together because I watch a lot of Dota Cinema, if you know. So they kind of get all the replay together and have top play series, and recording function was introduced as well. So I think that it will be a good chance for people to have more motivation to record their play and to let other people know that they have good play as well. And real-time arena is also coming out as well, and the human factor is really influencing, and it's not AI anymore. So top play make a bit more sense now. So, but because Summoners War is like a mobile game and people play when they're outside, so it's very hard for even me to keep up with my play because maybe top play will happen when you're in the toilet or something like that.
Right, right, right.
So yeah, you were like, oh crap, I should have record this and put on video. It'd be so cool, but it happened and it will never come back. So it's really hard to continue doing that. And I don't want to keep relying on getting content from other YouTuber, although they agree to it, but it's not cool, I guess. And I want to find a way to do it more efficiently. So that's why it's been stopping for a while. And I'm still figuring out a way for people to share easier because sending a replay through email is impossible. So a Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that would make more sense. And I'm still thinking of a more efficient way to do this. But yeah, it's definitely something very cool that I want to do, and it was very fun to do as well because people will get definitely bored of me doing my thing, showing my same old unit after a while, I guess.
Yep. Yep. No, and that's I can really relate to it, and people that know me and know the channel well they already know what I'm gonna say. The critical thinking series was one of my favorite series that I started doing and got a lot of great feedback from it. But I would be crazy to say that I'm omniscient, that I studied the game, day in and day out, basic, keeping myself at that upper echelon of truly knowledgeable players. There's no way that I can do that and balance out my personal life. So take a time travel back to February of 2015. I came up with that series called Educate and Dominate, which I said to myself, my goal is to continuously teach people, but do it at a level that I can bring on top players and get their their information, their insight. So again, for any of you guys that are looking to do YouTubing, or any of you guys that are currently YouTubers or streamers out there, just don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and try something that you're not used to doing, or don't be afraid to take risks. I mean, this is not just with regards to YouTube, with regards to life. If no one should ever be just flat out happy with just being average or just being satisfied. You all have the motivation to do better than you believe yourself to do. And so I empower you to get out there and do something that you're step out of that comfort zone. Do something you're not really used to doing, and who knows, it may be the next, you may be the next SeanB or you may be the next guest on Educate Now. You never know. So I mean, it could be crazy. So it's crazy. So, but yeah, thanks. That's I'm glad you stepped out of your comfort zone to do that, because again, it's something that nobody ever does. So it's cool. As far as that goes, I know you're still working out the kinks with regards to the Dropbox action. If somebody would be interested in the future, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Definitely comment on my video or hit me up on an email, and maybe I'll set up a private Dropbox on Google Drive link where you can just drop your video there. Then I can take it to my computer, and then you can just delete it, and yeah, only I will possess of your video. That kind. That should be the way that I can do it now.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So again, guys, if you haven't seen it on the top right, there should be a circle with an eye in it. To go ahead and check out SeanBGames link. So his YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and follow him, subscribe to him if you haven't already. Great content out there. Really setting himself apart from the rest as far as providing you some well-rounded PvE and PvP action. Again, Sean, thank you so much for coming on board for this episode of Sunday Funday. I do appreciate your support, sir.
No problem.
All right, guys. Well, that is it. We are done. It's your boy Childish and SeanBGames with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we'll see you next time, guys. We're out.